Good morning to everyone. Today discussing net income approach in based on the following assumptions. So the net income approach in the based on the assumptions, there are no corporate taxes. This is no capital structures and firm value. There are no corporate taxes and the cost of debt is less than the cost of equity. Cost of debt is less than the cost of equity, that is the capitalization rate of debt is less than the rate of equity capitalizations. This from the firm of borrow, the debt capitalization rate and the equity capitalization rate remain constant. So the debt capitalization rate and the equity capitalization rate remain constant. Remain constant. The proportions of the debt does not affect the risk perceptions of the investors. Investors are only concerned with their desired returns. The cost of debt remains constant at any level of debt. Dividend payment ratio is 100%. Dividend payment ratio is 100%. Dividend payment ratio. Payment ratio. Dividend payment ratio is 100%. Ratio is 100%. This is the in the topic net income approach in based on the assumptions. So, as per this approach, the firm try to optimization the capitalization structures by introducing more and more debt having less cost than equity is the capitalization structures. Therefore, when the financial leverage is increase the proportions of cheaper source of fund, that is the debt increase, and overall cost of capital decline, which consequently increase the market value of the firm and also the value of the equity shares of the firm. Hence, the optimum capital structures exist when the firm employ 100% depth of maximization step in the capital structure. According to this approach, the value of the firm and the value of equity are determined as under market value. So according to the approach, the value of the firm and the value of the equity determining as under. So the first one is market value of the firm. Market value of the firm. This is called the market value of the firm. Market value of the firm of the firm. Market value of the firm. This is called is equal to V. This is the market value of the firm. In short, this called in short V is equal to market value of equity. Is equal to market value of equity. Market value of equity. Market value of equity. This is called E. Market value of equity. This is called E. Plus market value of debt. Plus market value of debt. Debts. So the formula, according to this approach, value of the firm and value of the equity formula. Value of the firm and value of the equity formula. So the first one is market value of the firm. This is called V. In short, the market value of the firm. In short, V is equal to market value of equity. This is called E plus market value of debt. This is called D. So the next one, market value of equity. Market value of equity. Market value of equity. Market value of equity. This is called E. Market value of equity. This is called E. Is equal to NI. Is equal to NI divided by KE. Divided by KE. So the formula market value of equity formula, this is called E is equal to NI means interest rate. NI. So the NI means NI means net income. In short, net net income divided by KE. KE means cost of equity. Divided by KE means cost of equity. Cost of equity. So the formula is market value of the firm formula is equal to E short P is equal to market value of equity. This is called E plus market value of debt. This is called D. Market value of debt. This is called D. So the next one, market value of equity formula. This is called E. So the market value of equity formula means is equal to NI means net income divided by KE means cost of capital. This formula is most important formula is this. Okay. So the next one, financial leverage. So the next point, financial leverage. So the point next, financial leverage. Here leverage. Financial leverage. So the drawback figure financial leverage. So the drawback figure financial leverage. This is the financial here leverage. Financial leverage and cost of capital. This side cost of capital. Cost of capital. Financial leverage and this side cost of capital. So the this financial leverage. So the KD, KO and KE. KD, KO and KE. So the figure financial leverage figure, financial leverage and cost of this side cost of capital that is KD means cost of debt. KD is a cost of debt. This is cost of debt. KO means cost of capital. Cost of capital and this side cost of debt. Cost of debt and this side cost of equity. So the financial rate, cost of capital. First, this is the side. Cost of D means cost of capital debt, and this side, this arrow is cost of capital arrow. This arrow cost of capital, and this cost of equity. Cost of debt in low level, cost of capital in medium level, and cost of equity means high level. Okay. So from this diagram above the figure, it is clear that as the debt of replaced by equity, debt as replaced by equity in the capital structures, the weighted average cost of capital means KO decrease. Cost of capital means KO is decreased, and the weighted average cost of capital decreased because the debt is cheaper than the equity, or therefore, as the debt increase and equity is reduced, the fund having less cost is replaced by the fund having more cost. So the optimum capital structures under NI approach, and NI approach means net income. NI approach means net income. Optimum capital structures under NI approach. Optimum capital structures. Optimum capital structures. Optimum capital structures. NI approach. Net income approach. NI approach. So the optimum capital structures and GNI approach takes into considerations the earning available for equity shareholder. For calculating the market value of equity share, it is more realistic and reflect the impact of financial leverage on market value of the firm. It suffers from some drawbacks. The NI approach is criticized on following ground. The assumptions of constant cost of debt and any level of debt is not correct. The fund provider instant for more rate of interest above certain level of debt. The assumptions of risk perceptions of equity shareholder is also not correct. As the debts increase, the financial risk also increase, and equity shareholders will expect more return on their investment, and hence the rate equity capitalization also increase with the increase in financial leverage. 100% dividend payout and absence of corporate tax are not practically possible. This is the net income. Optimum capital structures under NI approach. Capital in minimum at 100% level of debt. Therefore, the capital structures is optimization at the 100%. At the 100% debt level. Net operating income, NOI, net operating income, it means NOI approach. Okay, today's lecture is over, and thank you for everyone, and thank you for all of you.